everywhere in the Southeast, but how are we teaching it? Today, we're breaking down music education in the region. What's working, what's missing, and where talent meets training. What should be done, what could be done, and what is being done at the moment. And joining us to explore music education in the Southeast is the music director at Virtuoso-Muso School of Music, Mr. Oghenekevwe Gift Otaye, otherwise known as Mr. K. So I like by I'll start off by going back to my days in Delta State. So let me start by saying, Miguasa.
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right, feels good to have you here. Yeah, especially when I don't know, we talked about my music journey this morning, and feels so interesting to have you here. Okay, so let's start off with something that is rather, I wouldn't say confusing, but virtuoso-muso. What does it mean?
Virtuoso is someone that is skillful in music.
Okay.
Someone that has great skill in playing various musical instruments. That's a virtuoso.
Oh.
While the muso part of it is someone that's not just playing, but someone that appreciates music. So the combination is someone that is skillful and someone that appreciates music.
What about someone who is not all that skillful, doesn't play any musical organ, but appreciates music?
Yes.
So
now a muso.
Yes, that person belongs to the muso part.
Muso part of it.
Yes.
Okay.
The virtuoso is someone that can play the musical instrument, but the muso is someone that appreciates what you are doing.
What if someone who doesn't like music, doesn't know nothing about music, doesn't play musical instrument, doesn't do nothing? What do we call that person? And this is Spanish, right?
Muso.
Yes, it's Spanish.
Okay, so what do we call that person?
Oh, it's hard to see someone that doesn't appreciate music.
Oh, trust me, I have someone here who doesn't. That's why I'm asking. Yes.
Because
I want to believe
see
that.
music.
No, that's not you. I'm talking of the guy on black behind the
Better for the
camera.
both of us.
Behind the camera, yeah.
You see sound. You see sound is everywhere. So you can't tell me you don't appreciate sound. You speak, you talk, you watch movies. You listen to radio, listen to television.
Yeah.
And what you listen to is sound. So you can't tell me you don't appreciate music.
All right, so Henry, hope you learned something new today as well. Yeah. All right, moving over. Ogo, you have so many things to ask.
First of all, I would just like to know how the journey has been as a music teacher. First of all, why did you choose music, and to the extent of wanting to be a music teacher?
Okay. I think the first point of call is the love for sound. Growing up, when I was smaller, when I was younger, I could interpret sound. I hear as small as 5 years, 6 years old, 4 years old, I could hear sound and mimic the sound when growing up. So I saw the need to go further, not just hearing the sound, but explore it. To explore the sound and know what the sound really is and how to maximize it.
Wow. I beg, no vex. What kind of sounds were you hearing at 5?
For example, you hear somebody singing, you hear musical instruments playing, you could interpret, you can interpret what you are hearing. You can, maybe somebody played da 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 da. You could say da 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 da. The exact sound, not singing off the pitch, but singing the same sound that you hear.
Wow.
I'm so disappointed that you don't understand, because you study music as well.
No, as a Nigerian living in Nigeria, when somebody tells you he's hearing sounds at 5, what comes to mind?
I don't know
what will your
came to
parents tell
mind.
you when you
I
go
don't
and
know
meet them
what
and say,
came to
"Mommy,
your
I'm
mind."
hearing sounds"? What will your parents tell you? So that's why I asked. Okay. So let's talk about how the journey has been so far for you as a music director in Nigeria and in the Southeast.
Yes. Because it's a different ball game here.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, to accept music, I want to be a teacher. and also to the point of directing, you know, it's a different ballgame.
Okay, the journey started a long time ago. I've been teaching music for over 20 years now.
Wow,
20 years.
that's so
I've been
cool.
teaching.
Sorry, no vex. How old you can be?
Started when he was young.
Yeah. Wow.
Somebody that started interpreting song by four. Since say
start hearing
everybody
voices.
did like you.
No, everybody cannot be like me.
Please, sir, go
So
on.
it's the long. So I started this journey a long time ago. I was made the choir director for my church back then in Delta State.
Oh wow.
For the children choir.
Oh. Okay.
So I started managing them even at that young age when I was 18.
Oh.
So I was managing them,
This
giving them the basics of music, not just to sing. Music is deep, not just to sing or play a musical instrument. There are deeper things. There are secrets. There are a lot of things you need to know about the subject or the course music.
Wow.
So we started a long time ago. And the journey, even though the journey has not been easy, especially in the Southeast, I think I came here like 15 years ago or 10 years ago. I came, as NYC brought me here. But then, comparing then to this time, I think there is improvement.
Okay.
Because people are starting to appreciate it. People are starting to appreciate it compared to 10 years ago.
Wow.
Nobody cared. Music is just play. Just to sing, just to play musical instrument. That's the feeling they get. But the journey has been good.
Have you gotten your certificate?
Yes, I've got.
When I say certificate, I mean you've been here 15 years. No, I'm talking of indigenship certificate. I mean, being here 15 years is no child's play.
From the East.
Yeah, it's no child's play.
So I would like to ask, for someone who had the talent from a very young age, did you study music in school?
Yes, I studied microbiology. That was my first.
Whoa.
Because my dad wanted me to be a doctor.
Exactly.
So,
here we go.
So the doctor thing didn't come.
So microbiology
did something close to medicine, which is microbiology. But I studied microbiology at Delta State University.
Oh, wow.
But after some time, I had to go back for my passion, which is the music. I had to study music again at the University of Nigeria. Yes, I did my diploma and I did my degree in music.
Okay, now, so my question is, out of curiosity, I'm someone that believes that there are some kind of arts, that's been my belief, there are some kind of art that the university will not give you, especially something like this that has to do with talent. So do you think learning art, learning music is something that you necessarily need to go to the university and study to learn more about it, or you think it's something you can handle or learn outside the university? Do something else in university, then you do that outside the university.
Okay, thank you. You can actually do music outside the university. We have a lot of artists everywhere. They didn't go to university. But what the university does is to make you a professional.
Okay.
So it exposes you to what you are doing. So you see, when you go through the university system, you see the norms. You see every art has their rules, they have their culture, they have the do's and the don'ts. So when you go through the university system, you see these things, and you say, yes, this is the kind of music I want to do. Music has emotions. So when you study music, you don't just sing songs, you don't just play music. You work with what you have, the kind of audience you want, the kind of feel. You want people to be happy, you want people to be sad. There's a kind of music you have to create, not just singing. So that's why you need to study it. Me, I didn't study it at first. I was just playing in the street, just playing. But when I went through the process, I saw a deeper revelation of what music actually is. that is deeper than what I'm just doing.
Okay.
Because they exposed me to the things I needed to know. So it took me to another level. That's why you can differentiate somebody that went through, some of the musicians that went through the system and those that didn't go through the system. Their sound is always different.
I
It's always
think,
different.
yeah.
All right. So the Children's Day celebration is just around the corner, and in the spirit of that, we're having our chit chat around if parents should actually have a say in their children's career. So relating it to what we're talking about right now, I really would love to know, with what you've seen, you've been here since over a decade doing this. With what you've seen, would you say more parents are now encouraging their kids to actually delve into music, to actually learn music professionally with your experience so far?
Okay. Some want to go for it. Some others don't want to go because they feel music is just an extracurricular. It's just something, it's just for pleasure. They feel it's not a necessity. They just need it to have fun. But they don't really understand the details and the benefits that this same music brings to the table. So it's not just to sing. It's not just to play a musical instrument. So we're trying to sensitize parents also that it's not just to do these things, because you need to go through the process, and as going through the process, you see the benefits. You see your child growing academically. Growing academically, because music is, you have to sight read, you have scores that you have to read, and by doing so, your brain is working. It's working, it's as if it's overworking, and it brings a lot of intellectual IQ. Yes, because you'll be seeing just notes, you see just shapes, symbols, but you transcribe those symbols in seconds, split of seconds, to playing, which improves the psychomotor skill. You'll be looking and be playing. This improves the child's intellectually, emotionally, socially, because you bring friends. If you start playing, so they don't see the benefits. They just see, oh, just go and play. You don't just to hit the drum or just play. And just say, no, music is more than that.
All right. Hope we're not putting you under pressure.
No.
Okay. So I really would love to know, you mentioned the fact that parents, they're actually holding back to bring in their kids to actually learn music. And I think it's not far-fetched from the fact that if my child studies music, he becomes an artist. She becomes an artist. She starts singing, like Davido and Wizkid, or he or she starts roaming the streets, putting on earrings, braiding their hair, joining bad gang and all of those things. Are there more to this, to what one can actually become if I go ahead and study music? What are other things, aside just being a professional musician who's out there singing and releasing albums? What are other parts? What are other things that I can actually do?
Their career path.
Okay, thank you. Apart from the performance, which the one you are talking about, we have other areas like tutoring.
Okay.
You can teach music. Teach people how to play musical instruments and also how to sing. So there's the teaching aspect. There's also the composition aspect. You can compose. You don't need to sing. You don't need to play. You can try to compose, write a song or compose a song for the video to play. They'll pay you. So it's not just the performance. So we have teaching, we have composition. We also have music production. You can produce music. Like there must be a music studio here. So a music producer is needed. So you can also produce music from studying it. So not just the performance. So we have tutoring, we have the composition, we have music production. We also have transcription. You can transcribe. You can transcribe music. You can decide to some persons don't understand what the leader is singing. But if you write it out If you write it out in a book, like a score book, they can easily access it. They can read it and have a glimpse of what Davido did.
How profitable are this,
How easy is it to build that kind of career here in Nigeria?
Because one would say teacher, how much do they pay teacher? You
know,
get a music producer. How well are they? Where are they? That way I go use feed my family.
How will you be able to get to that? You know, when we talk about this, you see the high people like Davido, people like what's the name? The Bunch them and all those people.
I know you will call old name, but continue.
So, how easy is it to climb that ladder to get to that point?
You can start from your one room. You can start from there. For a music production, you can start from your one room. For example, Frank Edwards produced his song. What's the song again? He did it in his house with a small laptop.
Yeah.
But the song went viral.
Global, yeah.
So you can start from. You don't need. That's the beauty of music. You don't need to be registered or be employed somewhere. You can be self-employed.
Yeah.
And do it from the comfort of your house. Even the transcription thing. I have friends that transcribe and they are paid. They transcribe and you don't know because they are doing it secretly. They are making money, but you won't because they don't show themselves. But in the secret, they are making money.
Okay. All right, but at least I know there are so many school of music out there. What do you do different in your school?
Okay, we expose them. We expose them to music itself because we have a lot of musical instruments.
Okay.
You don't just come and we teach you piano. We expose you, even as adults and children, we expose you to the various musical instruments. Drums is there, guitar, piano, recorder, at least something, a wind instrument, a brass instrument, a string instrument, something. So because the child, and we have a lot of children that can play these instruments.
Okay.
With just one theory, they can apply it in drums, they can apply it in guitar, they can apply it in piano, they apply it in different instruments.
Wow.
So it makes us different because we don't just teach one instrument at a go. We teach a lot of instruments at a go, and they are assimilating.
At what age do you take in these kids? Like, how old should my child be before I decide to enroll in your school?
I think 3.5 years.
Oh, 3.5.
Like 3.5 years?
Yes, 3.5.
So you have students who are 3.5?
3.5.
Wow.
They are now, the ones that are 3.5 and now 4 are doing well. They can play tunes for you.
Wow. How affordable is the school?
It's very affordable.
When you come.
When you come. Okay. All right, Ogo. Any other thing?
I had questions, but the last question I'd like to ask, so are you encouraging that there should be music education or subjects in secondary primary schools?
Yes, I'm encouraging that because government really needs to fund it because music itself, I think, is under CCA in our schools.
Yeah.
So it's not giving priority. It's just a glimpse because it's mixed with dance, with drawing, with fine arts.
Yeah.
So we just have a little taste of it. Instead of the child to be exposed, like the Western countries, they are exposed. That's why it's hard for you to encounter like 10 houses in the Western country that you will not see a musical instrument. They are exposed. They are giving the full skin of music, but here it's just a small thing. So they are not actually learning. They just put a little topic for them in music. So government needs to come in and revisit our curriculum.
All right. So very quickly before we let you go, in this age and time where it seems like AI is taking over, and I mean, if you are an AI fan like I am, I don't know, God, really subscribe to that. But then if you're an AI fan, you would know very deeply like AI is coming and it's coming like wildfire. I've seen cases where AI gets to, give you a beat, give you a song, give you a script, give you everything. What's the future of people like you who are, actually into this music and who are actually feeding of it with this emergence or surgence of AI?
AI is doing well, but it can't really replace everything because music is creativity.
Okay.
It comes from the mind. AI can't create what is in your mind.
No.
It will give you something else that
true.
that will mimic it. So, but you have what it takes. You know what you want, and you can reproduce it. So we are still relevant.
Okay.
Even though there is AI.
Yeah.
You
And you
understand?
can use it to your own advantage.
Yes, you can use it to your own advantage.
Okay, so we cannot let you go after coming with all this guitar and everything. So you can just maybe show us an example of, just very quickly.
Okay.
Okay. So let's see exactly what
Let me
you can do.
A old folk
Okay.
on guitar.
Chai. I mean, you took me
That
down
was so
memory
good.
lane,
So
and
we were able to know the music immediately.
yeah,
It was so good.
and you were like taking our God back to radio, medical.
Leave me alone.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you. That was really
Okay,
good.
so yeah, before you go, any word of advice to parents out there, in the spirit of the forthcoming Children's Day? What would be your word of advice to parents who are still holding back their kids from doing what they want to do, especially when it comes to music in 2025?
Okay. My advice to them is not to give up.
Okay.
They shouldn't see music as a waste of time.
Yeah.
Because learning music doesn't mean the child will play guitar.
Yeah.
Or we eventually play a piano, or we eventually sing like Davido.
Yeah.
But it affects other areas of their life. Okay?
Yeah.
Their social life, their emotional life, their intellectual life, it affects every aspect of them. So they shouldn't just say music. So they should reconsider the need for music because of its enormous benefits.
All right.
Great.
Thank you very
so
much, sir. Thank you for
very
joining.
much.
And well done to you. I know it's not an easy journey, especially in Nigeria and in the Southeast as well. But then, I mean, for having been pushing all these years, I mean, that calls for, recommendation. So well done to you and big ups to you. And please don't give up on these kids because we need more artists out there. We need more musicians, professional musicians who can actually sing, not like some that we know. Yeah. All right. Thank you, sir. Okay, guys. Coming up next, we'll be having our second discourse of the day, where we'll be having a lawyer and founder, Urban Leathers, Obok Ame, will be joining us, where we'll be having a conversation about how to navigate the current economy. Yes, it's career versus craftsmanship. Stay tuned for that. Up next on the show.